This KXLY4 News Morning Sprint is brought to you by Move Fitness Gyms.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint.
Mark Peterson keeping an eye on the latest round of winter weather and freezing temperatures to hit the area.
But first, let's go to Kelsey Morgan tracking new developments in the case of missing Colorado mother Kelsey Barrett.
Well, ABC News has learned a nurse from Twin Falls, Idaho is expected to plead guilty to at least one charge in connection to the disappearance of Kelsey Barrett. Barrett lived in Colorado but grew up in the Moses Lake area. 32-year-old Crystal Lee is set to appear in court this week where she will reportedly enter a plea deal. Investigators have been looking into allegations Lee may have disposed of evidence and was possibly working with Barrett's fiance, who has been charged with Barrett's murder. It is not clear what Lee is expected to plead guilty to or whether she could face jail time.
So there's active snow falling into North Idaho and Montana for eastern Washington. We got a little bit in there as it crosses over the Palouse and then makes its way outward. Another round coming in later on tonight. We're going to see that about 8 o'clock in our area. It's the wind chills we want you to be careful about. Into Omak and that surrounding area. Boy, you want to make sure you're dressed in layers also. Into North Idaho, sub-zero wind chills there. Be prepared as you head outdoors.
Well, Washington's governor and Eastern Washington's congresswoman have joined calls for Virginia Governor Ralph Northam to resign. Jay Inslee, Kathleen Morris Rogers, and lawmakers across the country are reacting to a photo which appears on a 1984 yearbook page with Northam's name on it. It shows one man in blackface and another dressed as a Ku Klux Klansman. Northam originally apologized for appearing in the photo, but now says he does not remember it being taken and believes he's not in it. So far, Northam has announced no plans to resign.
The leader of the Catholic Diocese of Spokane is speaking up against recent legislation in New York, which expands access to abortion and allows the procedure later in a woman's pregnancy if the mother's or baby's health are at risk. Bishop Thomas Daly sent a letter to the Spokane Diocese Friday calling the law evil. Daly goes on to say any local politicians who support pro-choice policies should not be allowed to receive communion unless they are, quote, reconciled to Christ and the church.
And February is Heart Month, and all morning long we've been telling you tips from the American Heart Association to keep that heart healthy diet. Number one is to make sure you are eating the color wheel. That's lots of fruits and vegetables. Not included on there are lean meats, but be sure to monitor your portion size. We've got this great graphic for you. We're going to get it up on KXLY.com that really gives you a great rule of thumb for all the different food groups, from grains to fruits to oils and then some.
Well, hundreds of University of Idaho students have signed this petition to get Professor Denise Bennett reinstated. Bennett was put on leave January 24th after she sent strongly worded emails to administration. Then the university sent an alert accusing Bennett of using meth and advising anyone to call 911 if they see her on campus. The student we spoke to said that information came from an unrelated police report filed months ago. He said it doesn't reflect the professor and mentor he knows. The university's president stands by the decision to ban Bennett from campus, saying her recent behavior caused administrators to feel she was a threat to campus safety.
We just expect this is going to grow. Measles is a highly infectious, contagious disease, and folks can be infectious before they even realize it.
Measles continue to spread in western Washington. 49 people have now contracted the disease since an outbreak started January 1st. Across the country, cases have been reported in at least 9 states, including New York, which has seen more than 200 cases. Most people infected have not been vaccinated, which doctors say is the only way to keep yourself safe.
Gas prices in Spokane have dropped about 4 cents in the last week, now averaging $2.40 per gallon in the Spokane area. That price is 35 cents less than it was a year ago and 25 cents lower than it was a month ago. That's according to gas survey company Gas Buddy. Over in Idaho, the average price of a gallon is even lower at $2.36.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, the big commercials, flashy halftime show, and the less than exciting football. Reviews are in on Super Bowl 53.
Mother Nature bearing down on California, where mudslides have blocked roads and ruined houses, and a sinkhole even swallowed a tractor.
Yeah, it's a mess all over the west. For us, it's just cold. 23 for the high today with gusty winds, so we have that wind chill overnight, lows into the teens and single digits. Chance of snow tonight at about 8 o'clock for a couple of hours.
That's real cold all week.
It sure is. Hey, Good Morning America starts right now. See you in a bit.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the KXLY4 News app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Then contact KXLY 4 News.